to talk to somebody to let you know that it's all over your face. We can tell when you're tired, even when you're trying to smile and act like everything is all right. Everybody knows what it's like. Based on what you've been going through, you got justifiable reasons to be tired. Somebody came in today and you are spiritually fatigued. You are emotionally fatigued. You are literally physically fatigued in every area of your life. And people of God, sometimes you can be so tired that everything around you get tired. You get tired that tired get tired. You get so tired you sick and tired of saying you sick and tired. You're tired of trying to make this thing work, tired of giving and not getting nothing in return, tired of being the only one in the relationship trying to make it happen, tired of waiting on the bill to come through, tired of waiting on your scholarship to come through, tired of dealing with fake people. Sometimes you can be so tired you want to go home and pull the curtain down, put the sheet over your face, take the phone off the hook, tell the dog don't bark, the cat don't meow, leave me alone. Anybody ever just been so enough tired? Let me help you understand something. People of God, tiredness is something, but just because you're fatigued, you got to remember that God is still faithful. What you'll discover in this story is that here's a man in the midst of his weariness, in the midst of his fatigue, he kept on showing up. He kept showing up. And this is important because he still shows up believing that maybe this is going to be my year. But Bethesda in the Hebrew tongue really means the place of mercy. The place of mercy. Somebody say the place of mercy. It has 5 porches numbering that of grace. Imagine this. Here is a place with 5 porches, hurting humanity laying upon 5 porches. Hundreds of people laying on porches, all waiting for one thing to happen, the troubling of the water. Now we're at a place, watch this, of mercy, but 5 is the number of grace. What a good place to be now. I'm at a place of grace and mercy, and now I am literally waiting for God to move in my situation. Some people marvel at you of how you keep on coming back, but they're intrigued by your faithfulness, but they need to understand that your faithfulness is a result of your faith, and your faith is a result of the word that's been sown inside of you. You ain't got no choice but to keep showing up. After all the word that's been sown in your life, you ain't got no choice. Touch somebody, tell them, if you knew what I knew, you would act like I act. Baby, it is grace, it is mercy that got me showing up today. There are times in which I don't want to get out the bed, but grace and mercy said, go back one more time. Here it is. Watch this. Watch this. God honors those. God will honor those who keep showing up. And that's what God told me to tell somebody. You got to still be faithful. You got to keep on showing up. Keep on showing up on that job. Keep on showing up in class. Keep on pushing past your pain. Keep on trusting God past your trouble. I got a question for somebody who may be fatigued, who may say, Bishop, you don't understand how tired and frustrated I really am. Well, I got a question for you. Have you not known? Have you not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, neither is weary, but there is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the weak and to those who have no strength. He increases their might. Even the youth shall be weary and the young men shall utterly fall. But I believe I got 2 or 3 witnesses here that know they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up with wings like eagles, and they shall run, not be weary, walking, not faint. Tell somebody God is strengthening you right now. He's giving you power right now. When you get ready to tap out, God will step in and God will fill you with his strength. 38 years he's been showing up. It hadn't been happening. 38 years he's been showing up. Jesus, the Bible said Jesus knew he had been there too long. I like this. Jesus knew he'd been there a long time. A good way of looking at that, Jesus knew he had been there too long. Jesus knows exactly when to show up. And you got to know when you're about to experience the compassion of the Christ. Because somebody needs to understand, even though it may appear that you're going through your situation in isolation, here it is. Here's your tweetable for the day. Your situation is always under divine observation. Say that with me. My situation is under divine observation. And people of God, if you could just stop worrying about who doesn't pay you attention and thank God for the one who is paying you attention, because this man is about to have an experience, an encounter of a lifetime. Jesus engages a man, one man who's been down there for 38 years. What does this look like? Here comes Jesus down to the pool of Bethesda, 5 porches. churches, hundreds of people scattered out there. But Jesus ain't looking for everybody. He's looking for one man. I think you ought to understand how the Lord will every now and then impose his sovereign will upon the life of a person of faith. Here, there are hundreds of people down there, but Jesus ain't looking for everybody. He's looking for one man. And you got to understand, every now and then the Lord will show up and he'll say, not you, not you, not you, but you. Because when it's your time, can't no devil in hell stop it. There's some people hating on you, trying to figure out why you, but you just got to say, hey, I was just where I was supposed to be, trusting God, and God showed up and he imposed his sovereign will upon my life. Listen, he shows up with a question. Looks at the man and says, do you want to be made well? Do you want this to happen for you? And look at the man's frustration. Now this is going to bless you. The question before him is, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be made well? But due to his years of being in a context of oppression and depression, he has allowed himself to become institutionalized by a culture of criticism and cynicism. Consequently, now he must understand there is a difference between waiting with expectation and just waiting. Because it seems at some point the man began to wait out of tradition. And because he had not been healed after 38 years of waiting, his main focus shifted from his healing to those who were blocking his healing. Go for something. Do you want to be made whole? And in verse 7, his response is, sir, I have no man when the water's troubled. Do you want to be made whole? And his response is, sir, I have no man. Now that's a whole nother sermon for some of you, because that sounds like your cousin. I have no man. I'm going to get back to that. But much of our frustration is a result of being in environments where we are constantly given platforms to vent our issues without any positive solution. You know people like this. Every time you see them, it's always something wrong. They got to tell you what's wrong with the church, what's wrong on their job, what's wrong at the house, what's wrong at school, what's wrong with this person, but ain't there never wrong with them. You got to understand, he's in the presence of the answer, and he's presenting the wrong response. Understand something. He gives really us insight to a threefold frustration. Let's see if we can make sense out of it. Here it is. The first frustration: do you want to be made whole? In real sense, Jesus, the help down here is poor. Jesus, these some fighting people down here. Do you want to be made whole? You understand, Jesus? Ain't nobody want to help a brother out. You can't get no help. Do you want to be made whole? You just don't understand. I ain't got no help. It's just me. I'm not here by myself. Do you want to be made whole? You just don't understand. Everybody just walking over me. It's just me. I come down here by myself. I go home every year. Just me and my